In this lesson, we'll create holes in the assembly and insert the screws into them. We'll use the isolation mode to hide objects that we don't need at the moment, and create auxiliary objects to help us to place the holes. Now we need to insert the set screws to fix the nuts, here and here. But first we need to make some preparations. We'll add several additional holes directly in the current assembly. These holes won't be transferred to the part documents. They will belong to the assembly. We have a lot of components here, and they might be in our way. To avoid this, let's use the isolation mode, which allows you to keep only the necessary objects visible while hiding all other components. Let's start with this part. We'll need only the moving jaw and the nut for creating the holes. To select these components entirely, not just individual elements, you can specify them in the tree. Alternatively, you can use the filter in the quick access bar. Click on the black triangle next to the filter button and select components. Now you'll be able to select only components in the graphic area. Select the moving jaw and, holding down Ctrl, select the nut. Right-click and find the Isolate Objects command. The system enters the isolation mode. Note the mode icon in the upper right corner. We need to create two holes here that are aligned vertically relative to this hole. Let's create auxiliary objects. Two reference points for the holes. First, don't forget to turn off the filter to be able to select objects of all types. Just click the filter button. Go to the Wireframe and Surfaces toolbar set. Start the Point on Intersection command. We'll create a point at the intersection of the ZY plane. This one. And the jaw circular edge. You can see the preview. Several results are possible here. Use these arrow buttons to switch between the variants. We need both points. So, confirm the first variant now. Select the ZY plane again and the jaw's circular edge. This time select the second variant. Confirm. Stop the command. Go to the Solid Modeling toolbar set. Click Plane Hole. Start the Hole with Countersink command. Let's adjust the hole parameters. Turn on the thread switch. Select the ISO metric coarse pitch thread. Set the diameter to 6. Leave the thread pitch as 1. The thread length will be 15. Enter. The distance will be 19. This means the hole depth. We'll define the countersink by its depth and angle. The depth is 1 and the angle is 90 degrees. Next, we need to select the face, where the hole will be located. Note that the surface and snap point fields are active. Select the flat face of the moving jaw and select the upper point. Follow the snap symbol to ensure you're selecting the correct object. Notice that you could select the point first and then the surface. As you saw, both fields were active. Confirm. Don't stop the command and create the second point with the same parameters. As you can see, all the adjusted parameters remain unchanged because we haven't stopped the command. Select the face and the lower point. As we're working with the assembly now, it's important to control which objects will be affected by our operations. We can do this using the options of the Application Area section. Here we can specify what objects will be affected in advance. Currently, the auto determination is enabled. Select components because we need to create the hole in the components. And selected objects because we want to select specific objects. Select the nut and the jaw. Confirm. Stop the command. These elements are gray because they are not included in the isolation mode. Let's check the first hole. Double-click it. You can see that the system automatically identified the same objects because we created the holes in them, and these holes don't intersect any other objects. Be careful in such cases. If we disable the filter for threads, we'll see them. Let's insert the screw into our holes. Go to the Assembly Toolbar set. Start Add a component from a file. In the Standard Parts folder, select the screw with a diameter of 6. As usual, use the by-matings method. Position the screw using the coincidence and coaxial matings. Confirm. Repeat the same for the second screw. Confirm and stop the command. We've finished with this part, so we can exit the isolation mode. To do this, click the mode icon. We need to create identical holes and insert the screws at the other side for the second nut and the second jaw. Try to do it yourself. Use the same method we've just practiced. And of course, if you encounter a problem or want to verify your work, you can find the file with the result in the File tab of the course page.